One family wants you to think twice before taking that puppy in the Petland window home. Bella has cost them thousands, and now they're taking Petland to court. Wink News consumer investigator Andriana Shepard breaks down their battle to save their new furry family member's life and what you need to know before you buy a dog.
This is Bella, an almost 5-month-old, playful, happy golden retriever very much loved by the Simpson family. But the road to get here has been long, painful, and expensive. Court documents show the Simpsons paid about $8 grand for Bella a few days after Christmas at the South Fort Myers Petland.
She became an instant family member.
Less than a week later, they rushed her to an emergency vet.
She tested positive for parvo, which in a pup her age is super dangerous and deadly.
Vets say dogs infected with the parvovirus usually become ill within 3 to 7 days after exposure. The American Veterinary Medical Association defines it as a highly contagious disease that attacks a dog's white blood cells, gastrointestinal tract, and heart. They can get it from another infected dog, contact with virus-contaminated surfaces like water bowls, even from a person who handles infected dogs.
We could either euthanize her or we could, put $5,800 down and get her through 2 days. For us, it was a no-brainer.
The Simpsons filled Petland in. According to the lawsuit, a store manager said Bella's diagnosis was, quote, impossible, and the, quote, test must be a false positive. Also, their warranty called for taking Bella to a Petland-approved vet, but they decided to keep her at the 24-hour vet to get the continuous monitoring she needed to fight the virus.
The part that made me super frustrated was getting calls daily saying that the lemon law applies and that we could just trade her in for another dog or we could get a full refund.
Florida's pet lemon laws say a pet dealer cannot knowingly misrepresent a dog's health, breed, or sex. If a vet later determines that the dog was unfit for sale, the owner can return it for a full refund, exchange it, or keep it. No matter what the owner decides, the pet dealer must pay for any reasonable pet bills to treat or cure the dog. Court documents show Bella's 24-hour vet found her unfit for sale because she had parvo.
I wouldn't wish it on any other family, that's for sure.
The Simpsons filed a complaint with the Lee County Domestic Animal Services. About a week before the Simpsons first met Bella, Domestic Animal Services and the Lee County Sheriff's Office seized dozens of dogs in a van headed to multiple pet stores, including the South Fort Myers Petland. An inspection revealed several puppies endured deplorable and unsanitary conditions within the van, lacking proper ventilation and access to water. Bella was not on that van. Wink News also reported on a similar seizure back in 2018.
We told them about Bella having parvo and our concerns about other pets.
The Simpsons also filed a complaint with the Florida Attorney General's office. A spokesperson told me they've gotten 2 other complaints about sick puppies since July 2023. The Consumer Protection Division is reviewing them.
My name's Andriana Shepard. I'm a consumer investigative reporter here at Wink News. How you doing?
I asked Petland about the lawsuit, complaints, and recent seizure. The Vice President of Public and Legislative Affairs said they assumed ownership of the Fort Myers location in 2020, and they don't know of any complaints with the Attorney General's office. They also said the store owner wants to satisfy the Simpsons warranty by paying the vet bills up to the purchase price of Bella, but can't because the family hasn't given them any invoices and they were asked not to contact the family. As for the recent puppy seizure, they say they are no longer doing business with that transport company.
We can't go more than a few days without someone contacting us with a Petland-related horror story.
John Goodwin is a senior director for the Humane Society of the United States. The organization has done numerous years-long investigations into petlands across the country.
We have linked Petland to puppy mills that keep the dogs in conditions that the average person would find abhorrent.
Goodwin warns, think twice before you buy a dog from any Petland, but know that different Petland locations may be owned and run by different people.
It is truly rolling the dice. You might end up with a puppy who's just fine, but you also may end up with a puppy who's very ill.
And if you decide to shop, not adopt, do your research.
Meet the breeder, meet the mother dog, and see where the mother dog lives. That's the only way that you're going to have the transparency to ensure that you're dealing with someone reputable.
We were all sitting here crying, not knowing if she was going to make it, not knowing how we were going to afford to keep her there, not knowing what was the right decision if she was suffering.
After days of treatment, Bella turned a corner. But saving her life cost the Simpsons close to $13,000, according to court documents. Money, they say, was well spent and should be reimbursed.
She is 100% different than when we first bought her. Now she is just this fun, loving puppy that wants to be next to us at all times.
The Simpsons want to make sure no one goes through what they did, so they sued Petlands of Fort Myers earlier this month. Petland has not yet responded to the suit. You can find the Florida pet lemon laws on the Wink News website, so you know what to look for before you buy that puppy in the window. Back to you.
All right, and if you have something you'd like Andriana or one of our other investigators to check out, email investigations@winknews.com.